Have you ever wondered what would happen if you were swallowed by a whale? It sounds like a scene straight out of a sci-fi movie, but is it even possible? In today's video, we're diving deep into the reality of what it would be like if you were swallowed by a whale. And trust me, it's not a pleasant thought. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a thrilling what-if scenario. Today we're diving into a fascinating what-if scenario. What if you were swallowed by a whale? Whales are the giants of the ocean, and while they are gentle creatures, the idea of being swallowed by one is both intriguing and terrifying. In this video, we'll explore what would happen if you found yourself inside a whale's stomach, from the initial encounter to the challenges you'd face in such an environment. The whale's size, more than just massive. Whales are truly the giants of the ocean. Imagine standing next to something so large it defies comprehension. The blue whale, for instance, is the largest animal ever to have existed on Earth. Its tongue alone weighs as much as an elephant, and if you could somehow fit inside its mouth, you'd be able to share the space with 400 to 500 people. But don't worry, the blue whale wouldn't be your main concern if you were to ever face the wrath of a whale. These colossal creatures mainly feed on tiny organisms like krill, not humans. While you might imagine being swallowed whole by a blue whale, it's actually physically impossible. Their anatomy is not suited for consuming creatures as large as us. Sperm whales, the real danger. Whales are the true giants of the ocean. Just imagine standing next to something so huge that it's hard to even wrap your mind around it. Take the blue whale, for example. It's the biggest animal to ever exist on Earth. Its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant, and if you somehow manage to get inside its mouth, you'd be able to fit in there with 400 to 500 people. Now that's massive. But here's the thing, you don't need to worry about the blue whale if you're ever near one. These giant creatures don't eat humans. They feed on tiny creatures like krill, which are much smaller than us. So, while it might sound like a scary idea to be swallowed by a whale, the blue whale wouldn't be able to do it even if it wanted to. Its body just isn't built to swallow something as big as a human. They might be massive, but their anatomy is designed for a completely different kind of diet. The story of James Bartley, truth or myth? James Bartley's tale has sparked debates for over a century. In 1891, he was reportedly swallowed by a sperm whale during a whaling expedition near the Falkland Islands. After the whale was killed and cut open, Bartley was found alive inside, though his face and arms were bleached white from exposure to the whale's digestive juices. However, experts have questioned the authenticity of this story. They point out that if Bartley had truly been inside the whale's stomach, the powerful acids would have caused far more damage than just bleaching his skin. Additionally, there are inconsistencies in the details of the story, such as the lack of a whaling vessel named Star of the East during that time. With modern science, we can now understand what would really happen if a person were swallowed by a whale. The stomach acids would be extremely harmful, and survival would be highly unlikely. The teeth of a sperm whale. One of the first things you'd face if you were swallowed by a whale is the whale's set of teeth. Sperm whales are equipped with teeth that are around 20 centimeters long, about the size of a chef's knife. These teeth are built to help them catch and hold on to their prey, especially their favorite food, the giant squid. If you were unlucky enough to be in the whale's path, the first thing you'd have to contend with would be those teeth. Even if you somehow made it past the teeth without being shredded to bits, you'd face another terrifying challenge: the journey down the throat. The dark and slimy descent. Imagine being in complete darkness, slipping down the whale's throat. The atmosphere would be suffocating. It wouldn't just be the absence of light that would make it unbearable. The lack of oxygen and the presence of methane gas would make it nearly impossible to breathe. As you descend, the whale's throat muscles would be working against you, contracting in waves to push you deeper into its digestive system. And then the acid would begin. The stomachs of whales are filled with hydrochloric acid, which is powerful enough to break down anything in its path, including you. The acids would start dissolving your skin, turning your body into a mess of liquefied tissue. The stomach journey. Getting tossed around. Once you're in the whale's stomach, it's not a peaceful place to be. The sperm whale has 4 stomachs, and you'd be passed from one to the next. The first stomach, being the largest, would likely have a few surprises waiting for you. Some of the whale's previous meals might be floating around, including bioluminescent squid that whales love to eat. This brief moment of light would be the only comfort you'd have in this dark and horrifying journey. But don't get too cozy. The next stomach is even worse, as the acids would continue continue their job of breaking down your body. It wouldn't take long before you would just be a collection of bones, with your flesh completely dissolved. The final stage, ejected from the whale. Picture the unsettling situation of being swallowed whole by a whale. Imagine that once inside, you find yourself surrounded by the darkness of the whale's stomach. As the powerful acids begin their work, they would break down your body into smaller parts. This process would happen quickly, as the whale's digestion is swift and efficient. Eventually, your remains would be pushed out of the whale's body through its anus. Unfortunately, you would not emerge intact. Instead, you would be released into the ocean as fragments, leaving no evidence of your existence as a human. This vivid scenario serves to demonstrate the brutal truth about being consumed by such a massive creature. The whale's stomach is not designed to accommodate anything like a human. Despite how dramatic this image may seem, it is essential to remember that such occurrences are extremely rare. Whales are known as gentle giants of the sea. They primarily feed on small marine creatures like krill and small fish, rather than larger animals, debunking James Bartley's tale, A Modern Perspective. Now that we understand the harsh truth surrounding the story, we can assert that James Bartley's account, while intriguing, appears highly unlikely. The conditions within a whale's stomach, especially with the presence of strong acids and significant pressure, create an environment that makes survival nearly impossible. It is hard to imagine how anyone could endure such an intense situation and come out alive. Although we still lack definitive proof regarding the authenticity of Bartley's tale, we can analyze the facts from a scientific perspective. Whales, despite their impressive size and strength, have no real interest in consuming humans. The notion of a whale swallowing a person whole belongs more to the realm of folklore and sensational storytelling than to biological fact. The digestive systems of these marine giants are designed to process their natural diets, primarily consisting of fish and krill, not large mammals. The idea that a human could fit into the digestive system of a whale without being crushed or digested is a stretch. Stories like Bartley's may captivate the imagination, but they often overlook the realities of biology and ecology. Whales and humans, no threats here. Whales are often known as the gentle giants of the ocean, and they do not pose any threat to humans. These magnificent creatures primarily feed on small marine organisms. Their diet mainly includes tiny creatures such as krill, squid, and other small fish. Whales do not hunt larger mammals, and that includes humans. If these marine beings could communicate, they would likely express their complete disinterest in consuming humans. Despite their massive size, their mouths and bodies are not designed for eating large animals. Instead, whales have evolved to feast on much smaller creatures that are abundant in the ocean. Take the blue whale, for instance. This incredible animal mainly feeds on krill, which are small, shrimp-like creatures. To catch their food, blue whales utilize baleen plates. These plates act like a filter, allowing them to take in large volumes of water and then expel it, trapping the krill inside. While whales may seem intimidating due to their size, they are not a danger to people. They are, in fact, peaceful beings that contribute significantly to the health of our oceans. Their feeding habits help maintain a balance in the ecosystem by keeping the populations of their prey in check. In summary, whales are majestic, non-threatening animals that play a crucial role in sustaining the marine environment. So there you have it, the truth about what would happen if you were swallowed by a whale. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe for more what-if scenarios. We'll see you in the next one.